Dear student, look at one very important problem from the examination point of view. Okay, look at the question here. What is that? Fifth, eighth and 11th terms of GP are P, Q and S respectively. Then we have to show that Q square is equal to PS. Look at that. What they are given in the question is the fifth term of a GP is denoted by P, eighth term of a GP is denoted by Q, and 11th term of a GP is denoted by S. Now I am going to write like this. Look here, fifth term is nothing but T5. T5 they are given as P. Now I am going to write Tn is A into R power n minus 1. T5 is A into R power 5 minus 1. Nothing but T5 can be written as A R power 4 is equal to P. This is. The next one is eighth term. Eighth term is denoted by T8. T8 is what? Q. This T8 can be written as A R power 7 is equal to Q. One more thing they are given that 11th term. 11th term is nothing but T11. T11 is what here? Yes. T11 can be written as A R power 10 is equal to S. Look at me, my dear children. What's the question is? We have to show that Q square is equal to PS. Consider Q square. To prove this one, consider Q square. What is Q square is nothing but? Q is nothing but A R power 7. We have to whole square it. What happens here? A power 2 into R power 14. Just raise the power 2. Now we have to show that Q square is equal to P into S. What is P? A R power 4. What is S? A R power 10. Now A square is taken as A into A. R power 14 can be written as R power 4 into R power 10. So therefore this total thing can be rewritten as A R power 4 into A R power 10. Look at my point here. What is A R power 4? A R power 4 is taken as P, and what is that? A R power 10 is taken as S. Therefore we prove that Q square is equal to P into S. Got my point? So we'll go for another problem. Now look at the question here. Look at the question. Shall I repeat? Yes. So you have to understand each and every concept of the particular problem such a way that it is very easy to handle. Okay, look at the next question here. Look at the next question. The fourth term of a GP. Look at the question. The fourth term. The fourth term of a GP. The fourth term of a GP is square of its second term, and the first term is minus 3, and the first term is minus 3. Find the seventh term. Find the seventh term. Understand this question, my dear children. As you know that to find out any term in a arithmetic progression, we want the first term and the common difference D. So to find out any term in the geometry progression, we want the first term A and the common ratio r. Here already they are given the first term. What is the first term here? Minus 3. Now the remaining thing is we wish to find out the common ratio r by using the given data. What is the given data here? So given, look at the given thing here. Given fourth term of A, I can write fourth term is equal to square of its second term. That means square of second term. You have to say that. We have to say that fourth term can be written as T4 is equal to square of ಯಾವ term? Second term, that is equal to T2. As you know that T4 can be written as A r power 3, that is equal to T2 is A r whole power 2. Now just simplify. A r power 3 is equal to A square r square. Now here 1A get cancelled, 2r get cancelled, remaining is 1r is equal to A. But A is equal to minus 3. Therefore r is equal to what? In place of A, that is equal to minus 3. This is what? So the remaining thing we have to find out is 7th term. Therefore 10th term is nothing but T7, that is equal to A into r power 6. What is A here? Minus 3 into r is minus 3 whole power 6. That is equal to minus 3 into minus 3 power 6 is nothing but 729. Got my point? So by multiplying minus 3 into 729, you will get minus 2187. Minus 2187. This is a 7th term. This is the 7th term of a geometric progression, particular geometric progression. Go with the solution once again. Okay, look at this very beautiful question. What is the question here? Which term of the sequence? Look at me. Which term of the sequence 2 root 2, 4, so on is 128? Which term is 128 is the question. So that the first term is 2 and the last term is 128. Which term become 128 is our question. Now write down the data here. Data is A is equal to 2 and R, common ratio R is given by T2 by T1, nothing but 2 root 2 divided by 2. 2 get cancelled, what you will get? Root 2, which is lesser than 1. Got my point? Now what they are given? Tn, nth term. What is nth term here? 128. We wish to find out n is question mark. N is question mark. So now use the formula. We know that Tn is equal to A into r power n minus 1. Here the value of r no need here. This r is less than 1 or greater than 1 is needed when we are going to find out the sum of the term. Got my point? Now we know that Tn is equal to A into r power n minus 1. What is actually Tn? Tn is 128 is equal to A. A is 2 into r is what? Root 2 whole power what? N minus 1. Here 128 is equal to 2 into, my dear children, root 2 can be written as 2 power 1 by 2 whole power what? N minus 1. Now here also the base is 2, here also the base is 2. So that the LHS number 128 is also written in terms of the base 2. Therefore 128 can be written as 2 power 6. That is equal to 2 into 2 power, this become half into n minus 1 is nothing but n minus 1 by 2. So 2 power 6 is equal to, look here the power of 2 is 1. When bases are same, power can be added. This become 2 power 1 plus n minus 1 divided by 2. Here also base is 2, here also base is 2, and these two terms are equal, therefore respective powers are equal. That means what? 1 plus n minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 6. Now when you take plus 1 this side, 6 minus 1, that become 5. That means n minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So now cross multiply 2 here, therefore n minus 1 is equal to 2 5s are 10. Therefore n is equal to 10 plus 1, that is equal to n is equal to 11. It means 11th term of the given sequence gives what? 128. This is the question. Go with the solution. So now somewhere, oh sorry. So here 1 plus n minus 1 by 2. Okay, so that is 1 plus n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 6, n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 5. That's fine. So look at the solution once again. Maybe this is not 2 power 6. This is 2 power 7. Sorry, that 2 power 7. This is 2 power 7. This is 7. Okay, or you can do like this also. In simple way, I am going to explain here. You can do like this. So 264s is equal to 2 power. Here become n minus 1 by 2. Now we express 64 as 2 power 6 is equal to 2 power n minus 1 divided by 2. Therefore, this quantity should be equal to this quantity. I mean n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 6. Cross multiply here. N minus 1 is equal to 6. 2s are 12. So minus 1 when it goes here plus 1. 12 plus 1. Therefore, n is equal to 13. It means 13th term of the sequence gives the value 128. Go through the solution once again. Go through the solution. Please go through the solution once again. Go through the solution. Okay, go with the next solution is which term of the sequence? Which term of the sequence? Which term of the sequence? What is the sequence here? What is the sequence here? That is root 3, 3, comma 3 root 3, so on is 729. Similar problem. Which term of the sequence root 3 comma 3 comma 3 root 3 comma so on is 729. Let A is equal to, what is A is equal to? Root 3. Got my point? R is equal to T2 by T1. Nothing but 3 divided by root 3. This 3 can be written as, can I write it as root 3 whole square? 3 can be written as root 3 whole square divided by root 3. 1 root 3 goes up. What happens here? Root 3. And they are given which term of sequence is 729, nothing but Tn is equal to 729. We have to find out n. Which term? Which term is nothing but n. So again we know that we have the formula. So Tn, what is Tn is equal to? A into R power n minus 1. Actually, what is Tn? Nth term they are given 729. 729 is equal to A is what? Root 3 into R is what? Root 3 power n minus 1. 729 can be written as, what is the root 3 power? Root 3 power is 1. Now here, when bases are same, power can be added. Nothing but root 3 power. Root 3 power 1 plus n minus 1. This plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled. 729 is equal to root 3 power n. Now 729 can be written as, root 3 can be written as 3 power 1 by 2 whole power n. So now here in the RHS we are expressed in the base 3. So that we have to express this 1729 in the base 3. So what is 729 in terms of 3? That can be written as 3 power 6 is equal to 3 power 1 by 2 into n is n by 2. Therefore, this 6 must be equals to n by 2. Nothing but n by 2 is equal to 6. Therefore, n is equal to cross multiply to 6 at 12. This will be the answer. This will be the answer. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Okay, next we'll go with another very important problem. Very important problem. It is similar to this one only. It is not different. Okay, which term of the sequence 1 by 3, 1 by 9? Look at the question. 1 by 3, 1 by 9, 1 by 27, so on is 1 divided by 19683. 19683. Which term of sequence? Look at me. How to identify this sequence belongs to AP or GP? Simple way is, when the given terms are the multiples of same quantity, it is understood that it is belongs to GP. Now here A is equal to, what is A is equal to? 1 by 3. R, the common ratio R is equal to T2 by T1. Nothing but 1 by 9 divided by 1 by 3. This can be rewritten as 1 by 9 into 3 by 1. So 3 3s are, that become answer is 1 by 3. And Tn, what is Tn here? Tn is 1 divided by 19683. We wish to find out n, that is a question mark. Use the formula. We have or we know that. What is the formula? Tn is equal to A into R power n minus 1. But Tn, what they are given? Tn, that is given by 1 divided by 19683. That is equal to A is 1 by 3 into R is 1 by 3 whole power n minus 1. Now look here, 1 divided by 19683 is equal to, here for 1 by 3 the power is 1. Again when bases are same, power can be added. That is equal to 1 by 3 power 1 plus n minus 1. These two get cancelled. So remaining is 1 divided by 19683 is equal to 1 divided by 3 whole power n. Nothing but 1 by, now we have to express 19683 in the base 3. Why? Because in the RHS we have 3. Therefore 19683 should be expressed in the power 3, base 3. Therefore 1 by, this can be taken as 3 power 9 is equal to 1 power n is 1 divided by 3 power n. Here 9 should be equals to n. Therefore n is equal to 9. Therefore ninth term become 1 over 19683. Okay, check once again. Check once again. Check once again. Check once again. Okay, now the next problem related to this is the next problem. What is the next problem, dear children? Here, what is the next problem? What is the next problem? The question is, for what value of x? 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 The numbers, for what value of x? The numbers minus 2 by 7, comma x, comma minus 7 by 2 are in GP. Okay, look at the question. Here the question is, for what value of x? The numbers minus 2 by 7, x minus 7 by 2 are in GP. Here we have three terms. Okay. Suppose when we have T1, comma T2, comma T3. When we have the three term, when three terms are in GP, only when we can write like this. The ratio between two, any pair of succeeding term and preceding term remain constant. Nothing but T2 by T1 is taken as T3 by T2. Can I? Okay, now how can I write? How can I write here? Since the numbers are in GP, since the numbers are in GP, can I write like that? Because they are given three terms. T2 divided by T1 should be equals to T3 divided by T2. Right? If they are given another number, we can take it as that is equal to T4 by T3 also. That is equals to T5 by T4 also. That is equal to T6 by T5 also, because the common ratio between every pair of succeeding term and preceding term remain same. Therefore, what is T2? T2 is x divided by T1. What is that? Minus 2 by 7 is equal to T3 minus 7 by 2 divided by T2, that is equal to x. Cross multiply, cross multiply. X into x is x square, that is equal to, here cross multiply, minus 2 by 7 into minus 7 by 2. Here 2 ones are, 7 ones are. So minus 1 into minus 1, that become plus 1. X square is equal to plus 1. X is equal to plus or minus root 1. That is equal to plus or minus root 1 is 1. This is the value of x. Understand? Right? Look at the solution once again.